Good morning, it's Tuesday, May 28th, about 6 a.m. Central Time. Overnight, the precious metals are significantly higher after this extended holiday weekend. We've got June gold up $11, $23.45. That's up about 0.5%. July silver up 4%, $31.73. That was the big mover and shaker, so it's up about $1.23 right now. Was up a bit higher here, about $1.50 on that overnight session. You got July copper up 6, that's 1.5% at 482, and platinum and palladium enjoying just a small bit of the rally as well. If you're in the June gold, you're going to have to roll over this week because we've got first notice date. We got this shortened week here, so I'd say get ahead of it here, and any kind of pullback, look to add on the August contract in December and make sure you get out of your June contract. So this week we're going to have some economic data that will impact the precious metals. Tuesday we'll have consumer confidence. Oh, that is today. So expectations are for 96. The previous was 97. We are seeing economic data that surrounds the consumer. Things like retail sales, even China, their consumer confidence, their retail sales numbers, things like that are deteriorating just a bit. Perhaps I think it is the higher for longer debt burden that's starting to weigh in on people. We're seeing anything that's kind of consumer related kind of just start to die down a bit. So even on the housing market, not a lot of activity, but a lot of supply coming on the market. Now tomorrow we'll have Fed Beige Book. Thursday we'll have GDP initial claims. We'll pay attention to that GDP number, see if that deteriorates with, you know, the broadening economy, and then also initial claims. Any kind of uptick, anything above 220 should impact precious metals in a positive way. Friday we're going to have Eurozone CPI. So they are the ones that are looking to set to cut interest rate first. The Eurozone controls the interest rates policy for about 20 different countries. Everything from your largest economy like Germany down to like your smallest like Malta. They really got to pay attention to this inflation data here and make those kind of policy adjustments. Personal income and also Chicago PMI. The Chicago PMI, that's the Purchasers Manufacturing Index here. That could impact the markets, and we've seen that one particular report play an important role in these policy adjustments here and impacting the precious metals. So what I'm going to be watching this week, so after last week's correction here due to some strengthening economic data, precious metals, you know, they shifted lower as a swap. So according to CME Fed Watch Tool, if you Google CME Fed Watch Tool, bookmark that, put it in your little toolbar here, and occasionally go to that and look at those swaps. You can click on the different links and it'll tell you what the interest rate expectations are for different Fed meetings here. So they shifted out. So they're expecting only about 1 to 2 interest rate cuts this year, and it's really leaning towards 1 in December. Maybe if you get some breakdown in data, the September will come back into play, and that'll be a tailwind here for the metals as well. So not surprisingly, we did see the precious metals catch fire over the weekend, and they rallied through the Memorial Day holiday. Many of you had reached out to me. We lightened up some positions yesterday because the futures markets are open. So, and it's another reason why you should have a futures contract, or I'm sorry, a futures account, is the fact that you have that ability to get out on Sunday night and on these types of holidays, where if you're in the ETFs or in the stocks, you're really stuck here at the moment. So many of you reached out to me. We took some off the table. I am a little bit slightly suspicious on this silver rally, and I'll just tell you why. Because I do look at the ratios between like silver copper, and I look at the ratio between the gold silver ratio, and you've got that down at, it's at 73, which looks great. It was probably lower at like 72, but I really feel, and you got to leave your feelings at the door on futures trading, is that gold should be up like 20 bucks. I mean, come on, silver up $1.24. You can't get gold up $20, $25. You know, I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm just saying that proportionally they should be going together with each other. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Now, some critical levels on the gold market. This is where I'm going to get really suspicious, is if we close about, if we erase the $10 gain, go $10 lower, we're going to close at 23.26. That's also the 50-day moving average, even though I don't use it. A lot of people look at the 50-day moving average, but the algorithm says that that's the trend neutralizer point. So it'll bring the gold, take it out of the bullish trend that we're in, and it will search for a more neutral trend. So it'll expect that we will consolidate sideways. Now, if we break below that 23.26, it could start threatening some lower levels. And silver, that's the one where I really got a line in the sand, and it's Friday's low. It's 30.23. So a break below that level opens a door for a larger washout down to 28.58. So according to my math, so that'd be a pretty big air pocket, and I don't think you want to give up that type of duration or amount of money on your contract here. So keep those stops pretty tight, in my opinion. If I was playing on the futures market from a risk management standpoint, I would have the stops 30.23. We break below there, 28.58, most likely your next level. Now, we did have a lot of kind of a barrage of different geopolitical headwinds here that came out, not only in the Middle East, also over in China. You saw news that the U.S. was going to send military type of assets over to Taiwan. So the crude oil market up $1.27 right now. That's 1.6%. Dollar index under some pressure, and the stock market bit mixed here at the moment. So we'll see what happens. You got any questions? Give me a call, 312-858-7303. I'll be on the Schwab Network in about an hour, so tune into that. 312-858-7303. Remember, futures option trading does involve risk of loss. May not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.